Righto, welcome to This Week in Downhill. Yeah, first one for the year, 2024. Hope everyone had a great Christmas and New Year's. And yeah, just gonna keep going with what I've been doing for this year. Same thing as last year. If you didn't already know, this is a series of videos where I sort of cover things that have happened in the downhill skateboarding community over the last week or so. Yeah, talk about like videos, new things as far as gears, like and company related stuff. And yeah, just things that have happened in the community. Everything I talk about, I have links to below. So if you want to know more about it, if it's an event, you want to check it out, there's links to that all down below. And as always, if there's something I missed that you think should have been included, comment it below, then other people can see it. And if you have something coming up throughout the week that you think should be included in next week's episode, feel free to hit me up. Had a bunch of people hit me up over the holidays and mostly video suggestions. Got heaps of videos to talk about this week. And yeah, always happy to share stuff on here. That's what it's all about, just to, you know, spread the stoke. That's the goal here. But yeah, let's get into what happened over the holidays. All right, starting out with videos, which is the majority of this week's episode. I've got tons of videos to talk about. The biggest one, you've probably already seen it and heard of it, is NCDH video for Cam Steger. This video went hard. Like, Cam is one of the best. Honestly, probably one of the best skaters I've ever witnessed and skated with in person. He's just crazy, crazy good. So yeah, he's got this awesome video part on the NCDH YouTube channel. And he actually also had an episode of 35 Will Grip come out pretty much the same time. So you can go and, you know, watch his awesome video part and then sort of get an idea of who he is by watching his interview part on 35 Will Grip. But yeah, had to start with that one. That edit was sick. Cam shreds. Definitely, if you haven't seen it, go check that one out. That's the biggest video that I'm going to talk about today. All right, the next video I wanted to mention was from Asheville Pastry Boys. It's called Affirmations. Yeah, Asheville Pastry Boys, I think it's just like a crew of guys that have been skating for a long time down there. A lot of familiar faces in the video. Just, yeah, the Asheville scene. Just a really good skate edit. Just getting to see all the skaters from down there and just yeah, good solid skate edit. Not really too much to say specifically. I enjoyed it. I'm sure you will too. But yeah, check that one out. Incredimation posted an edit called Heatwave. That was filmed in the summer, I guess last year now that we're in 2024. So summer of 2023 during a heat wave in Asheville. So yeah, a couple of the local skaters down there just having a good time, making a cool edit of that. So yeah, check that one out as well. Linked Media also posted a trailer for their, I guess, bigger skate film coming out soon, which is also named Heatwave, which is an interesting coincidence. So they got a trailer for that, and that was Linked Media is Luke Spud, so it was his time out in Europe. I think it was mostly in Spain, Portugal, that area. We've been seeing a lot of raw runs come out of that, and so this edit Heatwave is going to be sort of like the skate film of that trip, so pretty hyped to see that. And they also just posted, before I was about to record this, Luke Spud's Demise, a video part. And yeah, that's a lot of Luke skating. I think some of the footage from that same trip, but also previous trips in the last year or so. And that was a really good edit as well. Cool video part of seeing, you know, always cool to see the guy behind the camera actually get in front of the camera and do some skating. So that's a great edit of Luke. Probably my favorite videos that I saw in the last 2 weeks were from this channel called Professional Kids. It's interesting, you can see on their channel they haven't posted for 3 years, and then they just posted this series of 3 videos over the course of 2 weeks. And the videos were just awesome. Like some of the, I don't know, like probably the best skate series I've seen in a long time. I think a lot of these guys are from that Quantum Media channel that we talked about, TWID, 2 weeks ago, and just well-known European skaters. But yeah, just a series of videos. They skated in a bunch of different places in Spain. And so it's sort of like each episode is a different area on the, I think it's the same skate trip that they went on. And just, I don't know, perfect balance of like high quality skating, a little bit of B-roll, a little bit of entertainment from the, you know, personalities of the skaters, and just, yeah, just a thoroughly enjoyable video series that you should definitely check out. And yeah, I'm just really enjoying seeing European footage, and it's making me really want to go to Europe and skate those roads. Like, they're just so long and there's like hardly any traffic. But definitely check out those videos. That video series was super enjoyable. The next video was another video from Europe, from Eurotour 2023. It was Banana Longboards, so I guess that's a group of homies that call themselves Banana Longboards on YouTube. And just, yeah, their sort of Eurotour summary video. It was pretty long, just a good long video part. Just skating a bunch of, again, really cool European roads that make me want to go to Europe. And yeah, just go check that one out. That one was really enjoyable to watch as well. Evan Toon posted an edit called The Kids. This was like I don't know, I really enjoyed watching this video. It was kind of like a bit blurry, just had like very mellow music, and it was just him and some of his mates skating just like this one road, and he just filmed and edited this thing. I think it was Brett was the one who found the road. It was like his local, and he sort of directed the video. And it's just like really enjoyable. It's sort of like, if you ever daydream about skating, which I tend to somewhat often, that's what it felt like to me, like a daydream about skating. Like I would highly recommend watching this video right before going to sleep, because that's exactly how I like my dreams to be. It's like, I don't know, I really thoroughly enjoyed the video. Shout out to Evan, he always kills it with the videos. And yeah, if you're gonna watch this video, you should do it like right before bed, and then hopefully you'll have dreams that are like as good as this edit. So yeah, that was a cool one. Levin Boyd, I hope I'm saying that right, Levin posted an edit called A Rat's World. This was like quite different edit to the other ones I've mentioned today. It was sort of more like Hitting Houses edit from a couple of months back. It's like handycam kind of footage, like lower quality video, so they're sort of more blurry, like a lot of fisheye, kind of throwing it back to like skate edits from the 90s, bunch of dudes just getting up to like skating kind of nonsense. Yeah, really cool edit, a lot of like rain skating, sort of techie kind of stuff, double kick kind of stuff. Enjoyable video. Should definitely go check that one out as well. And I figured, why not? We're talking about so many videos. I posted a few videos in the last couple of weeks. The sort of more notable one being my review on the Valkyrie MK 3.5 downhill trucks. So if you wanted to know anything more about those trucks, definitely check that one out. I also posted a review of the Blood Orange Drifts, the 81A blue ones, and I did a recap of the British Knob from the spring, because I'm still behind on my skate edit footage and I've got more to come. But yeah, if you only watch TWID and you haven't watched my other videos, I do also do reviews and skate edits and stuff like that as well, so consider checking those out. Okay, moving into event related stuff now. Yarra Ranges in Australia is happening in March this year. It's going to be March 15th to 17th. Yarra Ranges has happened a couple of times. I remember seeing footage of it from last year's spring. And yeah, it's a race, but also a free ride. I think from memory, it's all grip, and it is like, can be pretty fast. They say like 90 k's an hour, but it's the kind of road where if you're, a beginner or not as confident with high speeds and you just want a free ride, you can take it slower as well. Like if you don't full tuck, it's not crazy. But at the same time, if you're a speedy boy racer, you can go 90 k's right next to your homies. So yeah, Yarra Ranges looks like a great time. I'm not going to be able to make it. If you're in Australia or New Zealand, that's probably something you should be eyeing up for March. And yeah, if you've ever wanted to go down under, that's going to be a great time to do it. Go for an event. Everyone's going to be there. And it looks like there's a lot of locals that are keen to show other people around who are from international travelers. So yeah, Yarra Ranges looks awesome. Definitely go check that one out. Also, in event-related news, I saw that Midwest Hillfest posted on their story that they're going to be doing, I think it was August 10th. Yeah, so that's happening again. Sounds like it was successful last year. That was his first time hosting an event. First event for this one. It was like, I guess, inaugural. They're going to do it every year. So yeah, I guess we'll stay tuned to hear more details about that. But if you went to Midwest Hellfest or you just saw it was a good time, looking like it will be August 10th this year. So yeah, that's cool. I didn't really have a lot to talk about community related this week. I did see like a podcast, which it's not really downhill related, but it kind of is. This channel called Concrete Waves, which is sort of more, I think they're more into cruising kind of longboarding. They're not so involved in downhill skating. But he had like a podcast interview type video talking about the decline of longboarding, which I thought was interesting. And he was mostly basing this off like Google statistics of Google searches and how in 2020 they were really high, and in the last couple of years it's really come down. It was an interesting discussion with a guy who's been in like all sorts of skateboarding scenes over time. And so he, had a good idea of what was going on. And just was a very interesting video, and so I figured I'd mention it, see what people think. Like, do you think longboarding is actually declining right now? Are we in a down point? The scene's sort of smaller than it was in, say, like 2012, 2013. That's when it was really peaking. Yeah, I think there's a lot to say about over COVID and the lockdowns. A lot of people got into it because they were going outside because they had nothing else to do, and they wanted to go outside because it was lockdown. And so everything outdoor related, not just skateboarding, kind of peaked and naturally has come down since then. And so it's like, is there really a decline in interest, or is it just sort of it bounced up because of COVID and came back down to where it was? interesting topic to discuss. I'd like to hear what other people think about that. So sort of following on from that, it was interesting to see that both Rocket Longboards and Liam Morgan actually made comments in their sort of end of year, New Year's, resolution, 2023 recap Instagram posts. They both mentioned about 2023 being pretty hard for like a longboard company, which was interesting. So that kind of does tie into them saying that longboarding is sort of declined at least in 2023, which is really interesting. From my perspective, it's obviously a personal perspective, not a business perspective. Like, I felt like I met more new skaters, I got to see more people skating. I think partly in making these videos, I've had much more engagement with the longboarding community and been able to see a lot more. So I've felt like it's growing because I've gotten more experience and met more new people and all that kind of stuff. But from a business perspective, is there more people or less people, not just skating, but buying skate gear? So yeah, really interesting discussion. And I don't know, hopefully it's gonna keep growing. That's the goal. That's the hope, is that longboarding gets bigger, not smaller, because we want more skaters and more events and more gear as well. So yeah, just an interesting discussion. And yeah, comment below what you think, what you've seen, like what your, I guess, expectations are for this year and the way things are gonna go. But kind of depressing, but also could be a positive thing if we can try and think of ways to grow the scene maybe, and make it actually be an increase in interest, not a decrease. But yeah, interesting topic for sure. Okay, in gear related news, Urethane Burners has some new gloves, and they have the like the terrain map of Col d'Izoard. I don't know, I'm probably saying that completely wrong. I've seen a lot of runs of this road this year. I think a lot of people have been skating it on Eurotour. It's become one of the big roads out there. And so they've put like the terrain and the road map on the set of gloves, which is kind of cool. I've mentioned it a few videos ago that gloves seem to be something I find hard to find. Like, high quality leather gloves don't seem to just be in stock everywhere all the time. So if you're in need of new gloves, there's some there. There's also gloves from the Freeride Flyer. They've done a limited edition Freeride Flyer collaboration with Helix Longboards. So some gloves. So there's two options for good quality leather gloves on the market right now. So yeah, check out those if you're looking for gloves. I know they can be hard to come by sometimes. Robot Oblivion is kicking off 2024 with a bunch of fresh trucks. So if you've been eyeing up Robot Oblivion precision trucks for a while, go and check them out. Saying there's a lot of customizable, different configurations and options, so you can message him if you want something specific. But yeah, it looks like he's got a whole bunch of trucks ready to go to start off the new year. So yeah, go check out Robot Oblivion. I think he mostly does everything through Instagram, so that's where you can find him. And the very last thing to mention for this week in downhill is Loaded Boards posted that they are actually putting in work for new wheels and boards, which is interesting. I feel like we haven't really seen much new from either Loaded or, I'm assuming it'll be Orangutan. That's the sort of the wheel company with Loaded, as far as downhill goes. But the video they posted it with is of someone skating downhill, free riding, actually sliding. Yeah, so that's cool. Loaded and Orangutan have both been sort of staple companies for the downhill scene just forever, basically. So if they're coming up with something new, hopefully it's cool and it's aimed at either downhill or freeriding and not so much of the cruising stuff, which we've seen a lot of lately. So yeah, new stuff from Loaded and Orangutan coming soon, which is pretty cool. But yeah, that was the past couple of weeks in downhill. Like I said at the beginning, anything that I didn't mention that you think I should have, chuck it in the comments below. Other people can see it that way. Yeah, let me know what you think about did the downhill scene grow or shrink in the past year, and is it going to get bigger or smaller this year? Personally, I try to stay optimistic. I think there's a lot we can do to grow it. That's partly why I'm making these videos. I'm trying to get everyone stoked. I want everyone to skate. So yeah, let's see what happens this year. And the next week, if you see something you think I should include it, if you have something yourself that you're trying to promote or get out there, definitely hit me up, and I'm happy to share it in next week's episode. But yeah, thanks for watching.